Hey everyone, happy Monday. Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So thanks again for joining me. I'm actually only going to be here Monday and Tuesday this week. I'm going to be hanging out with family for the rest of the week, and I also will not be here on Monday. So I'll be here this week, Monday and Tuesday, and then I'll be back next week, Tuesday. So thanks again for joining me here. Tonight, we are going to work on the Nest and Tweet quilt. I'm actually just going to do a demo of how to do the applique, and there's a few fun little techniques in it that we will be working on today and tomorrow, and I'm going to be turning it into a pillow. So this is the free pattern that came with our chicken embroidery of the month kit. So if you get the kit through the end of May here, I'll also throw in the paper pattern of the Nest and Tweet quilt. We finished stitching that up last week, and it turned out so sweet, and I love seeing you guys' pictures of them over on in the Facebook group, Penguin and Fish Crafters over on Facebook. So keep sharing if you're finishing them up. I'd love to see them. And all right, let's get going with this Nest and Tweet quilt. I'll kind of give you the overview, what my plan is for this. And I'm still going to be doing that mystery gift, order $20 or more in the shop at penguinandfish.com, and I will just throw in a mystery gift for you with no code necessary. You don't even have to put it in your cart. If you just buy it during this time, this hour or so that we're live, I will give you a little mystery gift. So thanks again, everyone. All right, let's go. All right. Hello, everyone. So, to start out, I have this big pillow that I hate. I cleaned my entire craft area in the basement, and I found 4 of those pillows. I had originally put them all together to have it be like a bench, like a pillow cover for a bench, and it's the worst. I hate it so much. So I decided to wash up those pillows, and I'm gonna make some stuff out of them. So one is gonna be this Nest and Tweet quilt. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of having it be a quilt, I am going to just take the center, and we're gonna just improvise some of these fun little appliques on it. So we will do the bird, the nest, and some of these viney branches, like this bush with the leaves. Each one of these will be different. If you're doing one yourself, how you do your leaves and the branches will be different. But generally, it'll be pretty similar. So we're going to do a little version of that. So I've already picked fabrics just to scooch things along, and I've already cut the front. So here's the plan. Let's start there. So I'm going to put this here so you guys can still see it. I have cut this is like an 18.5-inch square for the front. It's actually a little small for the pillow, but I think the pillow is squishy enough that I think I can just stuff it in here. This is just as wide as it was 18.5, so I just cut it square. But so this is going to be the front, so basically where it's black here, it's going to be this blue. And then my bird, I found these cute little fabrics in my stash. I love this project because it's a total stash buster. So this is going to be the bird. So we'll have like the wing. I kind of like laying it out, pretending I know where everything goes. So the wing, the body, and I found this little charm pack piece. This will be like the beak. So we got that. So that really pops on the blue, I think. This is going to be my fabric for the back of the pillow, so for the other side of the pillow. But I'm also going to use this fabric as strips to make my branches. So this is going to be the branch fabric. And, okay, so we'll have like a little bit of that in the front here, kind of all twisted up. And then I have a whole variety of greens, little scraps that I found that kind of look a lot like the green in this this back fabric. So this orange looks a whole lot like the orange in it, and there's a little bit of that blue in here, so similar to this blue, and it had some of these kind of ochre greens, and that's what I'm going to put in the background for the leaves. So I got just like a variety of kind of ochre brown greens, but I'm liking how that's popping on the background already. It's almost like we're like at dusk or dawn or something, where, I mean, it's got the bright blue sky, but it's almost like we're backlighting it. So these guys are a little bit darker than that background blue, and I think it's just going to be kind of fun. So those are going to be our leaves. And then we have the nest. So the nest in this case is just a bunch of yarn scraps. We are going to couch those down with the sewing machine. And I have all of these, you know, like I said, I was going through my bins of craft stuff. I cleaned up my whole entire craft, like all the bins in the basement of craft stuff. And I found these like gorgeous little tufts of yarn, and this is like fancy yarn too. This was from a project that I did. This is the leftover scraps from that project, and I must have, like, I don't know, I tied them up all cute. So anyway, I left those out, but I'm kind of leaning towards like this right here. I'm just gonna take different colors from here, and that will be like our nest. And I might throw in like some of these, like one or two of these other ones. Like, look at this pink, that is so pretty. So I might just like pop in a couple of those as we go. So that's going to be the nest. So that is the plan. Oh, Jacob said, oh, I tried crochet and knitting and I found knitting to be easier. Most people say that crochet is easier, though. I think the stitches are easier to remember for knitting. Oh, that's interesting. I learned both like so long ago that now you know, we had this conversation the other day that I think crochet kind of feels like maybe easier because you only have to deal with one loop, but I think you're right in the sense that like knitting, the stitch that you do is kind of, you got the like the one stitch basically, or like there's like two stitches that you just have to learn and then you kind of got it. So I see where you're coming from, and I don't disagree for sure. All right. Oh, Amy, I am going to be gone Monday, or I'm going to be gone Wednesday through next week, Monday. But I'll be here today and tomorrow, and that's where I'm hoping to do this. So here's my plan. I'm going to start with the bird and prepping some of the leaves, because that's all going to be done with stick and stitch, or not stick and stitch, with my fusible web here. So I'm going to just shush everything else out of the way for now. And let's prep our pieces. So I don't even know how many leaves we'll do for sure, but I think we can fit quite a few in here yet. Maybe we'll start with like one of each of my fabrics and then see where we're at with that. So I love that this is totally going to be super scrappy. Oh, Pam says, I love the colors you picked out. It was actually kind of tough. I'm glad I did it beforehand because we would have been here a long time. And I wanted it to be pretty because I do intend to like have this at my house, or I don't know, here somewhere. So I don't know, I kind of wanted it to be pretty, and I wanted to use scrap fabric and stuff, so I like it. So I'm just getting a piece out of here. It's my Steam-A-Seam 2 light, or my light Steam-A-Seam 2. What I like about this fusible web is that it's first of all, it's fusible on both sides, but it's also sticky on both sides. So that's going to allow us to kind of place everything before we fuse it down, which in this case is going to be, which is a good idea, I think. So, all right, all right, so here's the pattern. I need to get I put it in the front already, but I just need the applique template. So I'm going to use this to trace pieces onto here. And then there's the rest of the instructions for the nest and tweed quilt in here. And I even go over like how to do a binding and how to do like every little bit in detail. So check that out. But for now, I'm going to put you to the side. Let's trace this. And I always forget what side. We're just going to trace down the yellow side. All right. So I need one of these cardinal bodies. So I'm going to get this close to the edge. so I'm not wasting any. And I'm going to just trace through, and that's the deal. So thanks again for joining me, everyone. I hope you had a lovely, lovely weekend. I gotta do my new nails. That is still the longest process ever, though. I don't even know how to speed it up, really. So I don't know. It kind of takes all my Sunday evening. Or not even evening, like a whole afternoon. I watched all of there's a Spring Awakening doc on, I don't know, HBO, I think. And then, so I watched that whole thing, and I watched Hamilton, because then I was into musicals after watching that. I watched Hamilton on Disney Plus. I watched both of those, which are extremely long, especially like Hamilton, and just got done with my nails in that amount of time. Like, what the heck? All right, so there's the body, and the beak. Let's see if I can fit the beak right in here. That'd be awesome. Yes. Actually, I kind of want everything to be like a half inch, or like, at least a quarter of an inch in between everything here. Yeah, because I want a little bit of an edge, so we're just going to put this guy right here. Beak. I'm going to just put up. I'm going to put an arrow on here. Oh, I'm going to be getting rid of that, so maybe that's dumb. And leaves in the wing. Oh, and the eye. Oh, you know what? I didn't pick out a color for the eye. I wonder if I need an eye. I'll draw one out, but I don't know what I'm going to do for that yet. Maybe a little bit of the background fabric. Oh, actually, a lot of the leaves are kind of dark. Maybe I'll use one of the leaf colors. Okay, the eye, and then we have a whole pile of leaves. And then this is also the wing. So I need one for the wing, but let's just kind of count how many fabrics I'm thinking. And, I might change the number of fabrics as well, so we could always add another. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That sounds perfect. So I'll need 10 because I need the wing yet. Okay, so let's just trace 10 of these puppies. And again, I'm going to leave at least a good quarter inch in between. I got to remember that one's a wing, though, so I don't just make it all leaves and wonder why I have one left over. 1. If I can't fit 10 on this paper, I'll just do however many I can fit, but I feel like I should be able to get 10. It doesn't matter what way they go, I just need that little bit of space in between them. It was kind of chilly this weekend, though, but in a beautiful, lovely spring way. We got to see John's dad this weekend. Oh, but yeah, what did I do? My whole weekend was, seriously cleaning the basement. And by cleaning the basement, what I really mean is going through all my craft stuff. It's been there for years, needing that done, and for some reason, I'm just it needs to happen. I'm gonna do that. So, you guys, I went through so many bins of everything, but now all the like crafts are with like things. I could have had fabric in similar fabric in 8 different bins for 8 different reasons, but now I've consolidated all those. So everything is just, how do I fit more in here? It's just all where it needs to be now. Makes me very happy. There's actually a little bit more to do, but all in all, I just going down there and I know okay, all my linens are in this bin, all my kind of home decor-esque fabric that I have for some reason is in one bin, all the felt is in one bin, all all the like, you know, scrappy stuff is together versus fat quarters and that sort of thing. I'm kind of wary on going on this fold here, but we're just going to deal with it. There's a little bit of a bloop in this, and that's usually really annoying. So I'm hoping to do a lot of this applique stuff tonight. I think this is what's going to take a long time. And then tomorrow, I don't know if we'll actually finish the pillow, but I'm hoping to finish the front. So tomorrow we'll do kind of the couching of the yarn and of the branches. And actually we'll probably do that. We'll draw a little bit tonight because I want to draw the design on, the like branches on before putting the leaves on, because we need to know where they go. So I might I'll probably stick the bird on right away, and then we'll draw our bush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I might just be able to get 10 out of here. Yeah, and then we'll actually sew some of that tomorrow. And actually, even if we don't sew, like, I'm just thinking, man, it's going to take forever to sew all of these leaves and the bird, but we could just fuse them and not sew them for now, because then we can get like the whole idea done. That's what I'd like to get. And then if I have to go back later and just sew the edge of the applique on, I can do that. All right, I think this is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just to see, I wonder if I can fit one more. I can, so, can I though? I don't really have a lot of space in between. I'm gonna just leave it here. Let's just do the 9 leaves and the 1 wing. Okay, so next up, I just need to trim this. Okay, let's grab my paper scissors here. All right, so while I cut these out, so I'm just gonna leave that space. So I do want like 1/8 of an inch, or like at least a 16th to the 1/8 of an inch edge around each of these. So I'm not actually cutting on the lines. I'm just cutting near them, and this part does not have to be perfect. I'm gonna actually kind of trim this all up. We're gonna cut our perfect lines once it's fused. So all right, let's get a bunch of these leaves together. And, oh, I don't need that fused yet. Actually, I am. I'm going to heat up my iron because we are going to fuse these onto our fabrics in a moment. Isn't it the blue flower fabric that you used in the past quilt? It is that blue. This one here is from the Isle of Home quilt. That's a favorite. I got that over a decade ago for sure. Maybe even like 15 years ago, maybe even more. I don't know. I got it on a trip to San Francisco, and I just thought it was really, really pretty. And my mom got the same. Was it San Francisco then? I don't know. We were together somewhere, and she got the same fabric but a different colorway. She got the cream background colorway, and it's just so pretty. She actually has she has it still, and a bunch of other really pretty like cream off-white color fabrics. And we want to kind of do, we've been talking about this but we haven't done it yet, but we want to do like a whole creamy quilt. I don't remember, we had a pattern that had like red and cream. Maybe that's the one where my mom had like a kit or something for that, and we wanted to use all those creams. But yeah, that was one of them, and it's so pretty. Okay, got 5 of them done. I'm gonna do the rest of those first, and then I'll do the cardinal, the bird parts. I suppose this is a little bit more of like an oriole than a cardinal, although orioles, like with this bright fabric that I'm using, this orange, but they don't have the little crest on them, so. Some other special orangey bird. But yeah, it's from that other quilt, the I Love Home quilt, which we need to quilt yet, actually, and it's from years and years and years and years ago, probably at least 5 years now. But I was saving the quilting on that quilt until I knew how to free motion quilt. Because I had never done it when we did that, and I wanted to do like fancy borders for it. So now we've done at least one fancy border with quilting. So it's definitely time to do it. I think it's even all pinned together and ready to quilt. Like I just literally need to get it out again and pick a design. There's 4 kind of large quilt blocks in it, and I just need to do like a decorative border for each of those. And I suppose there's like a kind of a border on the top and bottom, so I'm going to need to do that. So it's just decisions is all. I think my mom has a book of fun quilting designs that you can use as borders, so I might check that out when I'm visiting. All right, I'm gonna start with this cardinal. I'm gonna have to remember what side to put on first, so it ends up being the right way when we're done. But if it's reversed on this pillow, who cares? There's no nothing that needs to be one way or the other. All right, last piece, this little eye. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm going to get all this out of here right away because it's annoying. I think I'm just going to shush it over here. There we go. Completely off the table even. Okay, let's get the pressing mat out. And let's just start with what I know, and I know the bird already. So let's do that. So I think there's a larger piece here. Okay, so I need to put this on the wrong side. Ooh, maybe this is the piece I need. Ooh, that's not going to fit. I'm going to have a little bit of selvage in his crest, I think. Ah, well, that's fine. Yeah, because this one doesn't fit. So I'm going to have a little bit of white in the top, just a little bit of tip there. That's kind of funny. I like it. All right, so I guess that's what I get using scraps. Oh, actually, look at this. On the front, weird. Okay, so they've printed on the selvage, so you'll just be able to see like a teeny bit, like a couple of these selvage holes. So that's nice. All right, good. I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to see that. All right, so if I put it on this way, then it's going to be backwards. So, okay, I got to actually put it on this way. Yeah, so we're putting it on the wrong side, and it should be backwards at this point, because then when we fuse it onto the fabric, it'll be the right side. Okay, I always get confused on that. So I'm actually going to pull... Uh-oh. I already screwed this up, you guys, I think. Because I actually need... Oh, you know what? I should have reversed the pattern. That's what I should have done. So the pattern is not reversed here because you can do it the raw edge applique, or you can do it with needle turn. So I think I left it just the right side, and then you could decide. So really, this should have been in reverse. So my guy's going to be flipped. So my cardinal's going to be reversed in the wrong direction because I need to see the line that I drew on here yet. So I need to keep this side. So whoops. I always get that messed up. So all right, I'm going to pull off this other side, then the side without my pencil lines on. There we go. So this is exposing the fusible. Now, a lot of times this would already be exposed, but since this is sticky, it's different. And actually, let's press this. Press both these pieces right away. There. Okay. Now I'm going to place it on there, and again, I'm kind of want to avoid that selvage a little bit, but I am going to get some of it in that little top bit. Ugh, I suppose I could slide up a little bit and not waste as much fabric. It's a scrap anyway, I shouldn't worry about that. But there, I think that looks good. All right, so I'm going to fuse that down right away while it's here. So I'm just pressing on that. So what we're doing is we're fusing these onto our applique pieces, and then we'll be cutting them out and then fusing them to our final background piece. Always Amy, sorry. Always Amy says, I always confuse when I do that too. Yeah, it's just like a little mind bender, and it's too late for a mind bender like that, like the flipping. And I don't know, whatever. At least I fused it onto the wrong side of the fabric, which is the correct side, the back side of the fabric. I've done that where I've done that on the incorrect side before, and that's annoying. So I'm going to do the oh God, I keep wanting to say leaf. The wing, I'm going to do the wing right away, and then I'll cut both of these guys out. Versus doing them all right away. It's kind of fun. Doing it little by little. Dang, there we go. Suck at taking those out. So, all right, let's get this guy kind of tucked in here. Again, it's the side so I can see the line. So luckily, all the rest of these parts are the same either way, except for the beak. The beak's a little bit different. Let's do that right away. I didn't really put that on very long, did I? Which is fine. It's gonna stick to here, and we're gonna be doing a final fuse later anyway. I want to cut it out. I'm gonna grab my nice scissors now. I got the fabric scissors. This is my Kai scissors, like one of my freaking favorite things ever. And all right, now I'm going to cut out on the pencil lines that I had before. So now this is the nice cut. This is the edge that's going to be exposed because we're doing raw edge applique. So this is where I want to actually pay attention to the lines, not like when I was just cutting the fusible out. So I'm going to do my best to cut these pieces really nicely. So just to let you guys know again, I am going to do that mystery gift special again today. So any order $20 and more in the shop will get a free mystery gift with no code necessary or anything. I will just add it to your order when we're done here. Ooh, gosh, I feel like I'm holding my breath a little bit. I'm excited for this pillow. I'm actually really excited for all these stupid pillows to get used up. I already have ideas for 3 of them. So I don't know if you guys were here at the beginning, or maybe I didn't even tell this story, but like I got these pillows from IKEA, I think, ages ago. And I sewed them together so they could be like, I was thinking it'd be like for the top of a bench or something to make it fun to, or like nicer to sit on. And it was not nicer. They flop around everywhere and it was totally uncomfortable, and they're ugly. They would like catch every little piece of fuzz. It was the worst. And so they've just been sitting in my basement. Ugh, look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be the prettiest bird ever. Okay, and I don't want to keep any of the pieces that have the any more of that fusible on, because I don't want to accidentally fuse that on to some, I don't want to get it on my iron ever. So I am going to just kind of snip away little pretty pieces. We'll keep that little piece, but not the part with with the stuff on. So, man, I'm being really picky with my scraps. I'm keeping these little scraps, but I am. It's a pretty fabric. Okay, and let's get the wing. Alyssa, did you ever offer a paper pattern of this design? I do have a paper pattern. I don't think I have it listed yet. So if you guys are interested in that, we can get it listed tomorrow. Why don't I do that? We'll get it listed tomorrow, and then I'll have it available for tomorrow when we're live. But there is a PDF. But I was able to get enough of the paper patterns. And then it's also available. I know you mentioned that before, that you didn't need the kit, but it's available for free when you order the chickens kit this month. Okay, there's the little wing, so he'll be kind of just wherever we want him off the back there. Ugh, cute. All right, and I'm just going to prep this again right away while I'm here to keep the good part of the scrap. There we go. Definitely a keeper piece there. All right, so let's get the rest of the pieces for the bird, just to get that done. So I'll pick an eyeball color too. But let's get the beak. I don't think there's a pattern on here. Oh, there is. Okay, maybe we want to fussy cut some of that cuteness in there. Okay. Be fun to have some of this gold. Maybe like right. It's hard to see. I'm just going to hold it up to the light a little bit. Let's go right here. Fuse, please. And we need to pick like a dark color for the eyeball. Let's do that quick. I think I'm going to just pick them from one of these. Okay, maybe just this dark bit here, like we get a little bit of, I think that's what we're going to do. That's pretty subtle. I'm going to try and get a little bit of this fabric just on the purple background. Can I see that? Oh yeah, that's easily seen on the back. Actually, why don't I stick a leaf on there right away too? Then I can fuse them both at the same time. That's actually nice because I'll be bringing in some of that color to the piece some more. Whenever I can reuse stuff so you can see it in the piece in another spot, that's always good. Kind of makes things look cohesive. So I'm going to try and get this where it's not on any design, and I think right there looks great. And then let's get one of these guys for this fabric. This is always a pain, taking these papers off. And the steam-a-seam, like sticky goo stuff, it sometimes doesn't want to come off quite right. Right there, and I got a nice big scrap left, and yeah, I fused that already. Okay, let's fuse this. Oh yeah, Jenna, that'd be awesome. Jenna says, listen, can I list the paper pattern now if anyone wants to get it? Yeah, that'd be great if you wanted to do that. We have a bunch. Well, we don't have a ton, but yeah, I think you can pick a quantity and stuff. All right, let's just trim this out. I think we have like 20 or so of the paper ones. All right, so here's his little beak. So he'll be tucked under there. It's looking cute. We'll have to get the wing like nice and high up there, I think. Cute. All right, same thing. This is a cute scrap. I'm going to keep it. So I'm getting rid of the part with the goo on. What did I do with the scraps? I threw them over there. All right, and last part of the bird and our first leaf. I'm going to just trim this apart so I can cut them one by one. So Pam, Jenna is putting it up in the shop. I will let you know when it's there. Yeah, and then if you get the paper pattern tonight, I think just like one more item or something in there would probably get you over $20. And at $20, you get a free mystery gift during this live. All right, there we go. Did I ever... Oh, do any work? Do you ever do any work with a serger? So I have a super old, horrible serger that's broken that I want to try and fix. Ooh, that looks cute. That little blue eye, that purple eye, I mean. So I took a class like when I was little, like a teenager, or not even probably. I remember we made shorts, and I think we might have used a serger for that. And that's really all I've done with the serger. But it's on my brain. It is something, it is like in my mind as something I want to get out again and fix and use. I'd like to get more into clothing stuff again sometime. So I've used one before, sorta, enough to know that they're annoying to thread, but other than that I haven't used one much. I'd be very, 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 very beginnery on it. All right, our first leaf. We're just gonna get all these prepped right away. This is really pretty. I'd love to lay it out on the background here yet. Oh, good, we have time yet. Oh, Jenna says done. Just search nest and tweet and look for the physical pattern. So Pam, it is up. So we do have the pattern up now as both the physical and the PDF pattern, and then you also get the physical pattern for free if you get the chickens embroidery kit yet this month. All right, I'm actually gonna scooch these up off of. I'm gonna put them on the blue. Oh my God, they look awesome on the blue. Here it is so far on the blue before I get into the rest of the leaves. But it is looking so bright and fun. So that'll be good. I'm stoked. So let's do the, what, 8 more leaves. And then I think we can kind of, I think we can place the bird tonight, and then I will draw in the lines for the stems. And then we will, oh, thanks for the order. I don't know who ordered, but thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, so we'll draw the stems on with, I have a water-soluble marker here. We'll draw them on, sketch them on, and then we will fuse the leaves. And after that, we will put the branches on. And actually, I think I'm going to draw out the nest as well, at least roughly, like where we would put. Ooh, this is a bigger piece than I thought. Where I'm going to put the little branches. Ooh, I want to make sure to get a good strawberry in here. There. Let's do a few of these all at once. So they're all on a different piece. So we're using up scraps, but kind of making more scraps. This Fusible is being a jerk, but there we go. Like, how do I not use the, like, least amount? The nice thing about the steam-a-seam is that it does stick on both sides, so I can just, like, kind of plop it on there and move it around. It's not going to just fall off. Like, with a normal fusible, I would have to fuse it before it falls. Would you mind moving the camera a little? I think I might be able to do that. I thought we were going to do more sewing today. Oh, there we go. So, yeah. So here's it's kind of hard to see here, but we have the fusible started. Ooh, let's go this way more. Yeah, this isn't the best for for applique here, my little setup. But yeah, I think we might be able to go down a little bit. Hold on, let's see. Okay. I don't know if that helps a little bit. Yeah, probably not. I'll try and make it a little bit better tomorrow. Alright, I have 6 more of these. I always forget how long this part takes, but it's going to be cute. And I think the rest of it's going to go pretty quick too. It'll be fun. Except for the part where I actually sew these all down. That I'm going to just wait for. Luckily, they'll be fused, so they're not going to go anywhere. But they're just not going to be completely sewn down. Oh, is the wall hanging behind me one of the patterns? It is! So that is our hedgehog pattern. So if you just do a search on Penguin and Fish, penguinandfish.com is our website. There's links in the bio. But that is our hedgehog embroidery. We have it as a kit. It's on our clearance section, actually, as a kit. And then it's also available as a PDF pattern with the letter H on and a paper pattern with the letter H. That is blown up about 400%. So if you got like the PDF pattern, I would blow it up 400%. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. I thought one was hiding there. So okay, never mind. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we wanted 9. Okay. Got one flying up here. Actually, you know what? Let's fuse these guys. This is a lot. We'll do these 4, and then we'll do the next 4. And again, we're going to be fusing this again once we're on the like back fabric. So if I don't get these like perfectly fused now, I don't care. Oh, thanks so much. Always Amy says it's adorable. I'll check it out. We have a bunch of hedgehogs, so if you like hedgehogs, we have several different hedgehog guys on the website. All right, let's cut these guys out. And actually, just cutting out the good part beforehand, just really quickly, I think that's easier there. That can be tossed into the scrap pile. So this is my nice edge again, so I'm being like holding my breath while I cut a little bit. This is where I always think about when the teacher, the aha moment in like first grade, when the teacher's like, move the paper, not the scissors. Oh, that leaf is pretty. They're all pretty. I like kind of these subdued colors. That's kind of different from my norm, so I really like it. And it's actually still bright and juicy still, but especially with that blue background. But I kind of like these subdued colors on that background. All right, I would love to get, I'm just looking at the time, I'd love to get all these guys prepped, like all the applique pieces like done. And then the bird completely fused would be awesome. So I got the sewing machine out tonight, and I don't think I even need it till tomorrow, but tomorrow we'll be using it a lot. So we'll be couching, and couching is when you basically tack another object down with stitches, basically. So I'm going to sew pieces of yarn onto this for the nest, and I'm just going to be sewing a straight stitch on my sewing machine right over the yarn. Now normally I would do that with a little zigzag stitch. That would be a whole lot easier, but I do not have a working machine right now for the zigzag, because I only have the straight stitch on this machine. So we'll be attempting to do a straight stitch over all of the over the yarn and the stems when I do that with fabric. This is such a pretty fabric. Okay. Has little strawberries on it. It's fun digging through all this scrap fabric and putting things together that, you know, I wouldn't have gone to a store and picked these, you know. And okay, now that I've organized all of my basement, like organized all the craft stuff in the basement, I'm totally like even more gung-ho on let's use up all the stuff. And I found a bunch of unfinished projects, and some I didn't trash, but some I'm like, that's not far enough along, and I just will use the fabric for something else. But then some other projects and some mending stuff and all that came up, so now I want to do like so many of these little projects to get them done. But yeah, this always makes me feel good because I'm like getting all this from fabric that I already have, and like you said earlier, someone said earlier that blue fabric with the flowers on that I'm going to use for the stems and for the back of the piece. That's from a project we did before, and actually the bird is from a project we did here too. Ooh, this is a nice size piece. We did that. Ooh, I think I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. It's all this fuzz. You guys, I felt like I had allergies all weekend, but it's literally because I was just going through all this fabric in the basement. And even like all these little fluffs of stuff are just getting me. Not to mention that it is like allergy season too, so I don't really get that all that bad, but I can tell sometimes, and so this is just kind of adding to it. 2 more. There we go. Thanks again for hanging out with me, you guys, tonight. I appreciate it. Oh, nice. Pam says, good thing I checked into my craft boxes. I have the pattern already. Now I'm inspired to make it. Cool. That's exciting. Yeah, I love the idea of turning this into a pillow. I mean, it's as nice as a quilt, and it's so simple. You're just adding like these little, it's basically a snowball block. So you're basically just adding some corners onto it, and like some squares around a square and adding some corners. But this is going to be fun as just like an applique piece for sure. It's going to have so much texture, too, because it has that yarn on, and the stems are just going to be strips of fabric that we tear, that we just kind of bunch up. I'm pretty excited for that, because it's going to be that background fabric. So it's going to be, like, subtle, because it's really similar to our front fabric, but it's going to have so much texture. So it's just going to be perfect for a pillow, because you can get right up close to it and notice it, you know, notice all the texture. Oh, gosh, this is the last one, and it's being the most annoying. I'm getting it off the one side. can get it to, there we go, but it's, the glue stuff is on the wrong side. There we go, come off of there. Ugh. I think these are the ones that were tough are I think the ones that I went over that kind of bubble in it. So they're being dumb. Let's go by the selvage. All right, let's fuse. And while I finish this fusing, just letting everyone know again that $20 or more while we're live here still for the next 8 minutes or so. Get $20 or more from the shop, penguinandfish.com, and I will throw in a free mystery gift into your order with no code necessary or anything like that. Oh, try scoring it with a pin. So I'm definitely going to do that when I take the second piece of paper off, because that's a huge, annoying bear to do. So I am definitely going to scratch it off with a pin. Usually I have just like a pin available right next to me when I do this, but oh well, we got it. I'm going to just get rid of all this excess fabric right away. Oh, I'm excited to lay this out. Just about there. Fun to do a sewing project again. Man, I got my sewing machine out and I was like, oh my god, I don't even remember how to turn this on. And you don't even have to turn it on. You just plug it in and it's already on, this vintage machine. But like, that's how, I mean, it hasn't been that long since we've sewn something with the machine, but man, it just feels like a while. I guess the last thing we did was free motion quilting, and that was the other machine. So that's why I had like the switch. I kept like touching the side of the machine to turn on the switch, and there wasn't any switch. Feels weird to have it out. I guess we've been doing a ton of embroidery lately. That's why. We've been doing embroidery and then free motion quilting it. So it just hasn't been this machine that I've been using lately. All this applique prep stuff, whenever we do it, always takes like a day to do. I hope this is enough leaves. I suppose we can always do more. Oh, Nolene says, I love applique. It will look so good loving the fabrics. Ugh. I love applique too. It's something that I didn't think I'd like as much as I do now. But yeah, I'm liking all these fabrics too. I think they're going to turn out really fun. Oh, one more. Yay! I think, yeah, if we can get the bird on yet tonight, that actually might take some time. Let's see how far we get on that tonight. Because I think the drawing out where things should go, that'll take that's probably something good to do right at the beginning. Okay. So here we are. So I just want to plop all these down just to kind of just get a sense. So this guy will go right in the middle. And actually we can probably, oh, let's do a fold. Before we get too far, let's just find the middle. Because I can actually, since there's that sticky side on the back of the paper that's fusible, this is close enough. I'm just going to put a little bit like right in the center there. A little fold. But I can actually stick this on before we fuse it, which is like a huge benefit to this particular fusible, the Steam-A-Seam 2. Okay, so right here is our center, and just since there's lots of folds in this fabric, I'm just going to kind of mark it there, right there. So I think the bird, I think where he sits should pretty much be the center. So like I'm going to have him, like his butt be right, or like where his feet would be kind of right on the center, because his nest is going to go here, and I want the branches to kind of go, like I'll probably just do 2 branches, like maybe like one like this and one maybe shorter underneath. They could maybe come off the side to the bottom, and we'll sew that into the pillow. Yeah, and then all of the leaves will go around it. So all right, let's just kind of sort of place these guys. His little beak will go underneath. He's gonna be cute. All right, I like him. His wing should go there. There is a placement lines in the pattern to kind of line up where it should go, but I'm just kind of guessing. Something like that I think would be really cute. I like the wing a little bit out. So we can actually place him right away, but I just kind of want to see. Actually, maybe let's just do that while he's just sitting here. So I'm going to just stick all these pieces down. I actually don't want to move it. Let's see if I can. I'm going to move it. Because we need to do the little bit where we, now is where I'm going to score it in the middle. I'm just going to do like a little X in the middle. I'm just using my stiletto. You can use a pin, will work. Because now we have those like really nice edges that we want to keep. So I'm scoring it in the middle. Ugh, I hate this part, taking off all these papers. Scoring it in the middle so I'm not like rubbing my fingers on the edges like how I was to get that first side off. So here, yeah, we can just pull from the middle and it'll come off easily. But yeah, these papers are annoying. They just get so staticky. All right, out of here. I'm gonna have a huge mess here to take care of. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of place him like how I had him before, just so he's kind of like sitting on that dot in the center. And I'm not, pushing down a lot. I mean, I can move it very easily because it is just sticky, but I don't want to do it too hard because I want to, like, this beak has to get kind of stuck underneath, so I don't want to like press that down. So I'm just going to kind of lightly put everything where we think, and then I can always like move it around and stuff too yet. I'm hoping I don't have to do that, but we'd have the opportunity now before it's fused. So if I was using a different fusible, like one that didn't have the stickiness on, I would do this right on my pressing mat or my ironing board or whatever, because I don't want to have to like pick this up and move it to my ironing board, but I can because I'm using this sticky the Steam-A-Seam 2, which has it sticks like a sticker before you fuse it. So that's a benefit for sure of this. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I always forget that Noeline says that when Pat Sloan does applique, she only does a little strip around the edge, not like all in the middle like I'm doing. I always forget about that. I feel like that's a little bit more cutting. Maybe that's probably why I haven't really done that. So I think his shoulder is like right here. So I'm gonna just kind of pivot this on there. I don't know, how's that look? I think that looks good. Yeah, I think that looks good. Actually, now I'm second guessing myself immediately. Just want to see if I can. Yeah, maybe seeing the neck in there a little bit more is good. Yeah, let's do that. It will kind of blend all together because I'm using the same fabric, but I like it. All right, let's get this eyeball in. This we might have to move around so we get it just right. Oh yeah, it's got to save heaps of fusible. Yeah, you're right, because like these middle sections could be cut out, and I could use that middle section for something else. But, I mean, it'd still be making, like, tons of little scraps. I suppose if you're doing a huge piece, then you'd have, like, all that in the middle. Oh, Shirley says I ordered another strawberry tray. I love mine. I freaking love them, too. I think I got them behind me yet. Oh yeah, I still gotta clean this up. I got my strawberry tray with all this. But hey, look, I did find the plastic thread bobbins. I knew they were down there somewhere in all my craft stuff, and I did actually find cross-stitch fabric too, which I didn't know quite where that was. So all that got discovered this weekend. I'm very happy. Okay, I don't know, that looks decent right there. Oh, shoot. Now I move it. Got stuck to my finger. I don't know. How do we like this? I think let's fuse it. Actually, we probably don't need to fuse it. Let's not jump the gun. Let's just get it all stuck down. But yeah, so normally I would just fuse this right now, but since I am using that sticky, the Steam of Steam 2, I don't need to fuse it. I can just, like, let it be for now. So, all right, I can even, like, pick this up now. So, here's what our pillow's looking like so far. I'll just show on TikTok. There is our cute little birdie. He's gonna be the center of our pillow, which is based on the Nest and Tweet quilt. So there's the little guy in the middle. So let's just see now. So next we're gonna kind of finish it up for tonight. But tomorrow, right away, I'm gonna draw kind of my two stems. I think I'm gonna do two branches, I should say. And then after we have that drawn on, I'm just gonna draw it on. And I want to draw on a little nest, so we'll just kind of start drawing lines for a nest. We'll be going over all of those with, like, the yarn. So I still like this bright color yarn. And we have some other yarns too. We'll just have to see what sew is the best too. This orange actually is looking really cute. Oh my god, it's so fun, like, when you discover stuff that you already have. Like, I forgot that I had those little bits of yarn, but like I said, when I cleaned, it all revealed itself again. So I'm just kind of plopping these around here. You know, we'd have the stem going up through it, but this is kind of the amount of leaves that we would have. I think that's good, because we'll have, like I said, let's just put this mass of stuff here. This is way more than what we'll do, but it'll, you know, be a nest way more than what we need, but yeah. And then the stems will be just a strip of this fabric that will kind of bunch up. So we'll tear some strips tomorrow, and then we'll fuse these down first, but, like, imagine the strip is going through here. We'll do that last, actually, the strip. We'll want these fused down beforehand, but I'm just trying to think of, do we have enough leaves? And I think we do. And remember that this is going to be bent over a pillow too, so I don't want anything too close to the edge, because it's going to go kind of around the side of the pillow. So I want to kind of centralize, like, squeeze things in more to the middle, and we're going to lose a seam allowance edge too. So I think this is enough leaves. I think we're going to be fine. And like I said, if not, we can put more in. We could actually, if we don't have enough leaves, we could actually take some yarn and maybe do a few curly cues. Like, this is like a vine, maybe. So, like, if there's a big gap here, we could just, yeah, take one of these and just, like, do a little circle. Ooh, maybe I want to do that anyway. We might just do that anyway. All right, so I am loving it. This is going to be, like, the cutest project ever. And then this was also going to be the back fabric. So we got, like, this bright front. It's a little duller back, but we're bringing in kind of those dull colors with this too. And we've definitely used all the colors from this fabric on the front here. So it's just going to really blend together a little bit more. And again, we are going to be covering up this horrible black IKEA pillow. So it is black, so this might darken up a little bit, because you might be able to see some of that through. But man, I am so excited to finally have a use for these hideous pillows that are horrible. They get all of that lint all over them. I'm ready to have it done. So, all right, you guys. So I think that's it for tonight. I just I'll let it go for a few more minutes for that get $20 or order $20 or more from the shop. let it go a little bit over here, just if you guys have stuff in the cart and stuff. But if you order $20 or more from the shop, you'll get a free mystery gift. And there's no code necessary. I'll just throw it into your order. Anyone who watched during this live or just like a hair after. So thanks again, you guys. I think we're going to get super far in this tomorrow. It's just great having these small little projects ready to go if you just need a quick fix for a fun little thing to do. So, all right, have a lovely rest of your evening, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central. Good night. And hello on TikTok still. I'm just closing up on Facebook and YouTube here. Give me a moment. All right. Oh, I am Alyssa.